Welcome back, everyone. So, Shimia and Shackleton, Shimshack, as they've been shipped.
The Shimshack breed.
I got two names now.
Your characters are now shipped. As you press on past the veil of shadow and darkness, you can hear, as you step through, you can hear yourselves like accidentally kicking rocks. There's, you still feel the tracks heading down. Some of the portion of tracks are covered by loose dirt. It's either like maybe sloped in from the side walling, or you have a torch, right?
Jimmy's got a torch.
You got a torch.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the braces like every 10 feet along the tunnel walls to keep everything from caving in. All very like thick 4x4 material. And you press on 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet. You don't really see much of a change. You are going at like a very slight decline.
Mm-hmm.
But you, at one point, probably at the edge of the 50 feet, you see like a turned over cart that has like loose rubble that wasn't washed or sifted through yet. That's about it. Nothing really special in that 50 feet of rope.
I take my my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a rock floor to the cave?
It's like a yes and no. There's like it's like loose dirt that's been shoveled out, but
Gotcha.
it's like a mix.
So like, basically, could I put my sword?
Yeah. You can find a space to
tie off the rope with the sword.
Yeah.
Could Shimya put his torch in the earth as well?
Yeah. I don't see why not. It'd just be about like finding the spot, right? Like rock, dirt.
Gotcha. So tell Shimya to put the torch in the dirt, and then I shout back up to the we're coming back. All right, Shimya. As we go back, just keep your hand on the rope. We sort of,
Sure. Walk the line back. Yeah, you walk the line back. Nothing. I mean, maybe like a rock slips out from under you at one point, but nothing terribly eventful happens when you walk back.
How long does that take them when they're gone?
Probably no more than like 10 to 15 minutes. Not long at all. Cool. And it's probably still like just barely purple and pink by the time you get back out from the tunnel.
How many doodles to the traveler have you?
No, but what I was gonna ask was, can you describe what Corona looks like to me?
Yeah. So K-Rona has long, flowing hair that maybe should have been washed a little bit more than it is, but it's tied up in a man bun on the top of his head. Mm-hmm. He's got a bandana holding that back. He looks very like he's been out working in the sun, He's got scraggly facial hair. So he's not, I don't know, I think of him as like the accent I give him.
Yeah.
It's like he's not pretentious.
Yeah. That's what she's been working on. Is what Lex has been like drawing. It's just she's only gotten the chin so far.
Sure.
Yeah.
Overthinking it.
No, yeah. She's like, it's not a doodle. She's like taking her time with just the chin right now.
So you watch as Shackleton and Shimia come out from the tunnel back into the firelight.
Did you see any giant mosquitoes?
Nothing. First 50 feet, it's all clear.
How does the, and I like flip to a new page immediately. How does the path go? Officer, how does it just go straight?
Yeah, it just went straight at a decline.
Just went straight at a decline.
So I was thinking, since we have this paper here, while we're going around, we could keep an ongoing map. What do you think?
That's good thinking. That's your job. All right. Next 50 feet, who's going in? Shimya, you can stay back here, but need a new person, need a new torch.
The same torch would give you about an hour's worth of light.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
But it's just
Well, we
in
put
there.
it in the
Oh,
ground
I
next
see, I
to
see,
the
I see.
next to the sword.
I can go.
All right.
Cuts.
Yeah.
Can you defend our officer?
I've got good eyes.
She needs it.
Yeah, of course I can.
All right, I'd say let's give the kid a try.
All right.
It's only another 50 feet.
Goop, you're with me. We go 50 feet. We go 50 feet from my cutlass, and then we turn back.
Let's do it.
Are you getting another set of rope?
We haven't. I guess if everyone's got supplies, we can have some.
So I just
Just
have
someone
to
has to
use-
mark it off.
No.
I'll mark it off.
Is it a use of supplies?
Mm.
Oh, so supplies counts as food or other
Yeah,
things?
it's like it's like
Oh,
abstract. It's like the
dang.
bag thing. But you could like that way if you brought the kits, you don't have to use the supplies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I
the
hear you.
kit, yeah.
So somebody might have had the climbing kit.
Or soldier's kit or whatever. But I don't think.
Oh, wait a second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, climbing kit I think is the only one that has.
Like Shimia doesn't have any kits.
But we have like soldiers' kits, which
Yeah.
count as like flint
You
and
don't,
tinder.
you're not a soldier.
No, but we all get them in our light loads.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some classes do not. Like the heavy does not get that stuff.
Oh, I don't.
Soap, shaving kit, trowel, whetstone, day's rations.
Mm-hmm.
So it has stuff, so we can
Oh
count.
my god, flare gun.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. The flare gun.
That'll be helpful.
I mean,
Could be.
yeah.
Let's do it. We already used my rope, so I actually don't have to mark off the supplies for me.
Alright, so Shackleton, Goop. We head to the cutlass and the first torch,
Mm.
and then when we get there, we tie the new rope on the cutlass,
Mhm.
and then we head 50 feet in.
Sure. So you head down probably about another 15 or so feet. The tunnel splits. And there's like it still goes straight for one portion, and there's like a left cut off that have like a hard left hook that comes at this one. So it's not like a wide split. It's like a still forward and then a trail off to the left. Usually when in mining, like when those sorts of tunnels happen, it's like they dug into this portion. There's like a rich vein along this wall, so they decided like start to poke in at this side of the mountain. That's what determines like branching off.
Mm.
So, what supplies are supposed to be down here anyway?
Well, Survivor said.
Yeah, and also
Precious
the merchants
metals.
told you
Oh,
there's
okay.
supposed to be like precious metals you're supposed to be getting. Yeah.
Think money. Shiny, expensive. Not exactly practical, but we can get something for it. So it's just like left and straight, basically, is
Yeah.
your choice?
Yeah.
Alright,
And that's about 15 feet in.
gotcha. Alright, Goop, we're going straight for about 20 more feet.
Okay.
Head straight for about 20 or so feet. And there is the only noticeable change after probably about that 20 feet is that it starts to get like a little bit colder, a little damper. Maybe there's like a water source somewhere within the vicinity of this portion of the mountain, like a well of water that might be causing this dampness. You hear like a drip coming from like down within the tunnel. Yeah. There it is. Immersion.
I hear dripping. I said, Goop, find a soft spot in the earth and put your torch down here.
Okay.
Easy enough, especially with the earth being a little bit softer.
It's gonna be dark going back though.
Well, there's a.
Yeah, they give off probably about like 20 feet ish
Yeah.
of light, so it is like a dark spot between the two torches.
Gotcha. There's nothing to tie this new end of rope to. I just untie it from around my waist and just sort of let it drop
Mm.
next to the torch, but not too close.
You ever tied to the bottom of the torch?
Then I say, all right, let's reconnect with everybody back at the mouth.
What about that other way?
Not ready for that other way yet.
Really?
So you start to head back, uneventful. You pass by, and it's hard to see this cut off path coming from behind it. It's cut in such a way that like, unless you're looking directly at it, it just looks like more wall is like the weird like illusion that's happening here. So just so you know, like coming back, if you were to go deeper and come back, it might be hard to see some sort of like hard cut off twists and turns.
It's not a hard left. It's
yeah. It's like another like left and straight type thing.
like an off ramp.
Yeah, like an off ramp. You can see also to note in the wetter portion of the tunnel, some of the studding is a little bit warped. Like you can see like a little bit of bowing.
Do we see any like footprints or anything in the wetter portion?
Why don't you make some sort of roll to determine
What does scout roll do?
I would take either scout or research, control, effectively standard.
6.
Woo! So you start to like look through the wetter earth, and you can see not like singled out footprints, but kind of like a number of people went down this tunnel as well. Probably the earlier group.
Any footprints leading out of the tunnel?
It's hard to tell with the combination of yours and how many. Like the tunnels aren't super large. It's enough for maybe like 3 people wide to walk through, and that's like tight. So they probably have doubled up on top of each other 3 by 3 if there were 7 of them at least. So it's just hard to tell with how much disturbance there is in there. There's definitely footprints, but I can't say that like how many came back and forth.
Okay.
So we just go back to the mouth of the mine. All right, people, we got a fork in the road. Damn shame Silver Prowling Gale didn't come for this one. All right. Cuts, you're gonna stay here at the mouth with. I look at the survivor. What's your name?
Felix.
Keep an eye on Felix. Everybody else, the 6 of us, gonna make more headway into the mine. So I want at least 3 torches in our group.
It took us a while to come into contact with those things. We were probably in there for about an hour. We went slow, but it took a while. And we took a couple. I think there was we ignored the left, I think you were talking about. And there was
water?
The water portion. We went down the water portion, and a little bit further there's another split, like a 3-way split. We went right, and it kind of circled back in on itself a little bit.
Do you know which way the materials are supposed to be? Or you just guessing?
Lexi, you writing all this down?
Yes. So if I was following with what he had said, we get to this point. He said they went farther.
Yeah,
and then there was a 3-way split.
Yeah, and they went right.
They went right. And he said it circled back.
Yeah, like started to curve a little bit back in on itself.
So like that.
No, the other way.
The other way, coming towards us.
Okay.
But not complete. It didn't like come right back out the mountain.
And that's the way they were going.
Yeah.
And they didn't check out either of these 2.
No, and he says that we went right, and then probably went another 10 minutes or so, and there's another split, and we went. It's just a left, and we took a left off that tunnel, and then probably another 20 minutes, and that's when we already saw signs of them. We just ignored them. Like at that split, we saw the silk, and we came across the larger bulges of silk, and then they were on top of us, and we didn't know.
Did the merchants give us any direction as to where?
They don't know. The merchants didn't know specifically what, because they weren't on site.
These tunnels could go on forever.
They had been a part of this excavation after they pushed back the Cinder King, and that would have been what was the equivalent, like 4-ish months. So this push back that happened. The most recent work was probably done maybe no more than a month maximum ago, and so it couldn't have been too deep into the tunnel, is what probably the merchants had relayed to you. It probably, they don't know exactly which tunnel it's in, but it can't be more than an hour and a half into the mountain. but that's assuming you pick the right tunnel. Usually, any stockpile gets put into the main portion of the tunnel, like the first connection of tunnel. So if you like did the straight, and then like whatever, it would all get piled back in here for the main cart to haul it back.
So them going right was probably a misstep.
Yeah. There's no tracks on in the three-way split. There's no tracks to the right or the left. And
But they went right.
Yeah, but they went right.
So we might not even have to encounter these things.
Let's keep going straight.
Yeah, and if we get to this split, we keep someone here in case these things journey farther.
Alright, Lexi, you're our point person with the map.
Alright.
I want 3 torches lit. I want
We can
everybody's
take the
weapons
rope that
out.
we have going in too.
We'll take the rope.
Okay. So you're getting rid of a portion of rope to take it with you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we'll get rid of the first 50 feet.
Okay.
Because we know what it is now.
Yeah. Take it with you. You untie it from the cutlass. Easy enough. You have your cutlass back. Got your cutlass
Get my cutlass back. That's good. And I leave cuts with Felix.
Okay.
At the fire.
Sure. I sit still. I watch you.
Alright, Lexi, we are deferring to your expertise.
So following him, I go about 100 feet forward.
Sure. So
until
you cut past.
following the trail, because that's going to be the only way we get these things out of here.
So you follow the tracks down the center portion. There's still a little bit of like winding. It's not like a straight on tunnel. There's like they had to avoid like harder rock. And you probably press on for maybe 20, probably 25 minutes, not any real change from the dampness. And then there's like small portion of silk that starts to form. Like you can see them in the edges, but they don't look strange. It doesn't look any bigger than like if a regular spider had made it. You know what I mean?
And this is before we get to this three-way.
This is after you get into the split.
Oh, so and we continue down the straight path.
Yeah, continue down the straight path.
Are we leaving someone
How-
at that?
How far past that straight path?
Probably 5 to 7-ish minutes worth of walking.
That's nothing at all.
But again, like this doesn't seem larger than life type
Yeah.
stuff. We've all seen spider webs, so this is nothing like bulk at really. But warning.
Yeah.
Potential warning. And you press forward, and the earth starts to get a little bit more damp and soft and almost muddy, like just before muddy, like soft black dirt. And you can see that some of it has like sloped and slid from the tunnels, and the tracks are starting to be covered up a little bit. Still relatively easy to find with like footfalls and stuff. But you press on, you come to a 2-way split, and this one is a Y split. Well, it looks like a Y split. If anyone feels like they're familiar with mining, you can see what the more recent dugout tunnel is if you want. If you feel like your character is familiar with mining, it's up to you.
As a Viking.
Well, back in the holler,
Sure.
there may have been a mine or two, mostly just, things that have been scavenged on. Can I just make a scout roll for this? Is that what it would be?
Scout would probably be risky because it's dark, and you're not sure, like touching something may cause a issue, like a small wall cave in or something. Nothing like it's gonna block you, but like you could disturb something. And then effectively limited. It's more like probably research might be the better. You can do it with scout if you want to, but research might be the better role.
You know what? I have nothing in research, but
Cool. Then make the scout.
that's a 3.
Sure, first 3. So, unfortunately, it's hard for you to tell which path is the newer tunnel, and beyond these, like, you can see the tracks start to veer to the left, but you're starting to lose, like, they're being covered up by, like, increasing, like, mud flow and, like, pulling water now at this point, so it's getting harder to determine which one's the main track. Probably after this section of tunnel, you get the sense it's gonna be pretty hard to like tell what's main tunnel and what's not.
So it's right or left here.
Yeah.
We go back and go down the other chute.
The left has track leading to it. So
What do you say, officer?
Lexi, you got the map. What do you think?
If we want to see until we get to a main, byway where all of side tunnels would come together, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. If
But-
we wanted to get there, what would we take?
I'd say keep following what looks like our main track out of here, so to do that.
All right, we're going left.
So you start to head down sort of like the running, like you can actually, at this stage you can see like active trickling water in this section of tunnel, like just little lines of wall running water, like little waterfalls. You can start to like hear a much like heavier water bounce off into space.
Is there a lake around here?
Not a lake in the mountain. I mean, any like rainfall runoff, or maybe there's like a well of water in the mountain, but it's not like a lake.
Yeah, I'm just making sure, asking like the people around who
Yeah, I'm
who
letting
are from
them
this
know.
area, like, that we're not like, oh, they dug underneath us.
No,
yeah,
Like it went.
it's not gonna be
Probably
water.
even at the time of digging, there was no water at all, but it may have like pooled over time.
Okay,
you know
gotcha,
what I
gotcha.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. That makes
Like
sense.
a natural thing.
Gotcha.
So you continue on. The silk is getting a little bit more thick at this point, and you get to a portion of silk that kind of like covers like a third of a wall, and it's definitely larger. But beyond that, you can see like some small crates right beyond that section of webbing.
I open up one of them.
So you move like beyond the webbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you move beyond the webbing, and you,
Can we burn it?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask. Was can we test?
yeah, absolutely.
Test to see if it burns.
Yeah, you burn it, and it gives off like this really strange, acrid, like acidic smell.
Cool.
But you press on and you pop open one of the crates, or you don't even need to pop on. They're open, and they have some like loose rock in them, but you don't see anything particularly shiny. As you kind of like riff through it, it could be something you should take back, but
So we have no idea what the rocks.
what I'm saying is I think you would know when you find it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But we don't think this is it.
yeah, it's not necessarily like because you would notice like the metal in the vein. You would see the color difference from like the clay around it.
Are we noticing any veins on the walls?
None that you can see currently. That would probably be in a newer tunnel if you were to see like a vein along a wall. And you can like there's different widening of certain sections of the tunnel as you come through like parts where like they probably found a vein, dug it out, and like there was no more, and they didn't want to like make a new tunnel.
Gotcha.
Well, I just say this isn't it, and we just keep walking.
Continuing down.
Officer, there's some big spider webs.
Probably big spiders.
Alright.
Do you want to carry my axe scoop?
I do have a family weapon, so.
What? Alright, what is it?
It's a knife!
It's a letter opener.
Are you holding a letter opener?
No.
No, it's. I was being funny.
Is it a dagger? Or is it a sword?
No, it's a sword.
Knife, sword.
Great.
Alright.
Yeah, it's,
Little guy.
Never mind.
it's mine, and it's good, and I love him.
I put my axe back on my backpack.
Sure.
It's one of those cool like curved ones. Like
Yeah.
Still pressing on.
Still pressing on.
So as you continue on, the water is getting a little bit heavier. You start you start splashing into stuff, but nothing like no higher than maybe like your toes in your boots. You know what I mean?
Oh, my shins.
Yeah, my shins. I'm a little guy.
My features are small.
And the webbing starts to get a little bit thicker. It's like hanging.
Burn it off.
Yeah, burn as we go.
Sure.
Just so we don't have to worry
Keep
about it on the back.
burning. Portrait of it like kind of like doesn't like fall on you, but like falls off and like drifts down into the water as you keep pressing through.
What I hate is that he hasn't made any clocks yet.
Yeah, like a found.
I should make a clock.
Oh, damn it.
Yes. Well, it's certainly a found clock, because there's only so far that you have to press in. In fact, probably for this portion forward, since the tracks are no longer there, we'll probably use this clock and do like scout/research/ whatever role you think is necessary here. So yeah, we'll start a clock for mother effing finding the stuff.
Finding the stuff clock.
Finding the stuff. I got a map, so we're getting out of here. It's called a homemade scrounge.
And we'll give you 2 right now.
Yay, 2.
Stuff.
Stuff. I'm stuffed with Totinos.
So you press on.
Sure. I just keep, every so often I check in with the officer, like keep going or turn. Okay.
So if anyone wants to make a roll for this next section of tunnel.
I'll scout.
Oh.
Goop's got
That doesn't necessarily mean the Goop's going off by himself, right?
No. Just leading the way. Cool.
Goop is leading the way
Yeah, torch,
with
boy.
a 4.
Heard 4. So you start to press the way, and you come to another like 3-way intersection.
Oh.
And you decided to go left on this one, kind of like winding deeper into the mountain. Thought is, deeper in the mountain, better chance for ore. As long as we get further from the sighting, we should be good.
Yeah, because we're going like
Yeah.
opposite way of that.
Yeah. But
No.
Goop, you feel like this light tickling on the back of your neck. And then you feel like a little, like a sting, like a little sting in the back of your neck.
Goop, what?
Are you reacting to this?
Yeah.
Should you just stand there doing nothing when you feel this?
And smile?
Goop doesn't actually have nerves in his body. He doesn't feel anything.
Yeah, Goop's actually that Superman.
Yeah.
Does not feel things. No, it's like these things that get to the back of his neck.
Sure.
Careful with the...
You like reach around and you don't feel anything now at this point?
I'll turn around. Is there something behind
No,
me?
there's
Goop,
nothing behind you.
you're gonna burn the... What are you... Can we see anything? Is there anything around here?
Look at the back of my neck.
Anything on the ground?
Look at the back. Someone look at the back of my
I
neck.
take your torch and I look at the back of your neck. Is there any
Do I have a bump there?
There is a little bump there, like a little, probably like a nickel-sized red mark,
Oh my
or
god.
like a blemish of some sort.
Okay.
But there's no
Ah!
like thing.
Oh god, I hate bugs.
It's alright,
Suck
Goop.
the
It's
venom out.
alright. I don't think it's venomous.
I squeeze it like this to see if anything comes out.
Thank you.
It wriggles.
It
Wiggles?
I squeeze hard. I'm like, Goop, don't move!
Oh my
I'm gonna
god, oh
squeeze
my
until
god,
this
oh
thing
my
comes
god,
out.
oh my god.
The thing starts to move?
Yeah, like
Cut it
move
out,
like
cut it
around the neck.
Goop, give me that knife!
I give you my familiar letter opening knife.
If you want to make some sort of roll to try and
Cut it out.
I give you my axe, I say bite down.
Oh my
And
god.
I, can I do a maneuver? I'm trying
Yeah,
to do
sure.
Alright.
This will be risky.
Oh
okay.
my god.
No, it'll be controlled
Disgusting.
and standard.
Alright.
I think that's alright.
I'm gonna take 2 stress
Mm-hmm.
to add an extra die.
Sure.
Can
Do you want to roll with me?
I was gonna say, can I help instead of you taking the 2 stress? I only
Take-
take 1 stress when I help.
You help by holding me
Yeah,
down.
but how
Well,
do you
hold
assist?
still, kid.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
holding
My
still.
hold is
Cool,
still.
cool. So I still get 3. And I don't have to take the stress. Thank you.
Sorry.
Appreciate it. Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
5.
5. So you push in, like it starts to like wriggle down towards like her ribs, and then like you pull like the shirt back and cut it off at the pass, for lack of a better
Like, stop
term.
it with the blades.
Yeah,
and
stop with the
crawl
blade.
down.
And you like cut up,
Oh my god.
and you open like a piece of skin, and like this like green 6-legged scaly insect comes out on the blade and like skitters down the blade almost immediately and like bites onto your thumb, and you start to see like
I
tear-
smack it.
Sure.
I like.
Because it was a partial success, you go to smack it, like drops into the like you knock it off, but don't kill it, and it like gets into the water, and you can't find it anymore.
Oh my god, it's in the water.
You're horrible.
You're horrible.
I just start
I didn't
Squeeze
want to
it.
Splash, 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 splash,
You said
splash,
squish.
splash, splash,
I wanna
splash,
squish
splash,
it.
splash. You splash for like 3 minutes.
I scout for it to squish it.
It'll be
No.
desperate because the water's like high enough and muddy enough that it's hard to like look through. I mean, you can try, but it's desperate
What
and
happens if I
effectively
roll
limited.
poorly on desperate?
Who knows?
Oh god, I'll hold off.
You'll draw attention to something bigger.
Bigger thing with bigger thing.
But now there's like kind of a decent gash. In
Yeah,
your
do I have an
neck.
ouchie?
No, you don't have an ouchie. You're fine. But
Okay.
Can't believe we're facing the flood.
God, literally. Here, hold this to your neck. Just like it's
What
just
is it?
it's just like
another bug.
no, it's just like fabric. I have I don't know if that necessitates some use of a medic kick, but just like something to like
you're
stop
fine,
whatever that was.
Officer?
Hmm.
What's that?
None of us know what that was. Lexi, you got the best look at it. What was it?
It looked like an insect but scaled.
Yeah.
It's a scaly insect. I think it was in the water or it came around here. It looks like these.
I thought.
It's like 6 legs. Did it have a stinger or did it was just claw? It was on my hand, so I saw it.
It had some sort of like mandible, but almost like more like a snake than like a spider. Not like
Okay.
sideways, but down.
Okay.
And 6-legged, very thin body, almost like serpentine. Is like whatever a snake and a spider combination is.
Hmm.
Okay.
So how many supply stops were we supposed to make on this mission?
Just these two. This is the last
These
one.
two.
Yeah.
This is the last one.
Yeah. They care. They gave the sense they care more about the ore than about like the tool supplies.
And it looks like the water's getting more deep as we go.
Probably not much more deep after. Like you're not going to be walking into a river soon. No like flooding, but it's hard to get a sense of the ground at this point. Like you're starting to be able to see the tracks less and less. The water is super muddy. You can't see through it.
Who's the tallest person that we have with us?
Probably me.
Shimia?
Mm-hmm.
Say, Shimmy, you take a torch. From now on, you're our eyes on the ceilings.
Alright, heard.
What if it came from not the ceilings?
Well, I'm looking at the ground when I walk.
It's water, it's muddy water, it's watery mud.
You'll see if it climbs out of the water. Do you want to stand in the back?
I don't like bugs.
Do you want to stand in the front? Do you want to stand in the back? Or do you want to stand in the middle?
One day I'm gonna kill the Cinder King, but I swear, if the Cinder King's a giant beetle or something, we're doomed.
All right, Goop, keep it together. We're going forward.
So out of
Shimmy,
this,
keep your eyes peeled.
This 3-way, which way did we end up going?
You haven't rolled for that section yet.
Are we?
Who's got anything that would make
I
sense?
have 2
for-
scouts, so I can do scout again.
Should we group scout? So we should do.
I don't have any scouts, so
No,
that'd be
no,
a
no,
disadvantage.
Group scouting again. Not
It's not a group scout.
But
It's
here's what we'll do.
scout.
But here's what we'll do because I'll assist you. I'll take 1 stress to give you an extra dice. Because I'm looking at making them out.
So standard effect, risky environment.
You got this.
Save us.
Yes.
3
Yeah!
6s. 3 6s.
Whoa,
Does
to
that
you.
like
Oh, Earth and
supersede?
sea.
Like, does that
No,
like
that's great. We just
Critical
found
success.
everything and left.
we found everything left? Then
That's mission
Right.
success.
Thanks
Coop
to you
is
guys
here.
for
Coop.
watching Roll the Forge. This was our Shattered Glory campaign. We actually found the Cinder King in these mines. Goop killed him with a beautiful
666 Cinder King.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoa, wait.
6 Cinder King.
So, you press on for actually another subsection, like 2 different pathways, and you take like weird winding turns. Now the webbing is getting noticeably thicker at this point. In fact, at some point it's almost a barrier to the next section. Easily
Burning
still burnable.
everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
easily burnable. You
Foul
come
creation.
to a larger. This doesn't look like the miners made it. It looks like some sort of like ante-chamber, not like man-made stone, but like just a carved bulbous area.
Yeah, like a nest.
Sure. But you find some of the silk pods, and you can see like a couple other tunnels that lead to the same room. So it could be another, like it could connect to other portions
So
of
this could have connected.
We just
Yeah.
looped all the way.
Yeah, yeah.
We took the long route.
Pods.
So I take.
But also like nested in the side is like a number of like medium-sized crates, like roughly maybe like a little bit more than torso-sized crates.
Monsters are crate monsters. They
You see like there's a small rise here, and there's a track in this room. So the inclination is that this probably was a part of the main tunnel before, but something carved out this specific space larger.
So we see these pods.
Yeah, there's like these silken pods that seem maybe like 5-6 foot long,
Like a person.
like a person size.
We've all played
There.
Skyrim.
Um,
Or just
Burn them all.
yeah,
So
we're burning.
burn
I'm
everything.
burning. I'm helping you burn.
As
So-
you move, like if any of you come close to them with a light, some of them like start to jiggle.
There's
All right, everyone.
They're suspended by they're suspended afloat in air by webbing that's connecting to the walls.
Our only option is to assume.
There's about 12 of them, and some of them are thicker than others.
Our only option is to assume that they're all full of eggs. I'm sorry it ends
Well, that
this
would-
way for some of these people,
Yeah, so
but
then
that's
we
how
have
it
to
ends for them. All right, volunteers to light them up. Volunteers to be ready for what pops out.
I don't speak. I just take my axe out.
I've got my gun, and
Oh my god.
so did anybody volunteer to light them up?
I'll fight them.
I'll,
I can do
I'll
both.
light them up.
does
I have
anybody
a flare
have
gun.
oil?
Oh, I didn't bring what? Wait, do we have it in the supplies kit or in any of
You
the
brought cooking supplies.
soldiers kit?
I think it's
Anybody bring
separate.
cooking supplies?
Soldier's
Yeah.
kit has lanterns.
I
So
can do my flare gun.
The oil's separate.
yeah.
You know what? Okay, so
I have shield.
I've also got another thing. I have explosive charges.
well,
We're in a mine.
If we
I
get,
know, but
I'm
that's
saying
what
we close this out that when we get out of here.
We don't have any parrots with us,
That's-
but we're in a mine.
So
So,
that's what I'm saying is like
parakeets, sorry.
if we
Canaries.
can worry more about getting these.
and these 12 pods, you said there's 12 of them? They're
Roughly.
not concentrated, right? They're every direction.
Yeah, they're like there's like 2 or 3 together, and like some like very separated from each other. It's random. It's random groupings.
They're
Alright.
omnidirectional.
All right. Shim, you get your flare gun out. And I get my flare gun out.
Mhm.
And I say, and so we are in like a big sphere, and there's sort of a mouth to the entrance of the sphere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else get to the edge of the room.
It looks like there's maybe like 3 other connecting tunnels in various like degrees of the sphere.
All right.
And one of those is where the things are coming from.
All right. Shimia,
Or all of them.
on my word. You fire 2 flares, try to get the grouping right, so you're lighting up 3 with each shot. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So we're back to back.
Mhm.
And I've got my real gun in my right hand.
Sure.
Goop's got his shield out.
Just a buckler.
And as soon as you've shot twice, Shimya, we head for the group, alright?
It's probably important to note that there's something physical inside of these bulges. There's probably no way the flare gun has enough power to like kind of shoot into the sky. It's not like it's not like a handgun. It doesn't have like a bunch of powder behind it. So
Right.
you may not be able to like light up 3 with one shot, and you would know that. Like, yeah, you would know the capacity of the guns.
So do we
have to
stab, burn?
Well, okay, so
So they don't have to burn alive.
Well, did anybody have oil?
I don't.
No, nobody.
We
has
just have
oil.
our torches. We just have to hold it there.
we're lighting them up so that we can escape.
So that way, whatever's in them doesn't attack us while we're trying to look
Yeah,
through these
basically
things.
trying to kill every egg inside these bodies that we're assuming are in the bodies.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Ah! Okay.
This clock is called the Beast.
The beast.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's burn him up quickly.
Burn them up.
Or we could wait.
For the beast to show up?
It's also damp
No,
in here,
we
so
can-
there's a
we
ton
can
of
look-
things fighting against like using a flare gun to light up mold. Like you could still
Gotcha,
probably get
gotcha.
away with like a torch and like make it happen.
I'll
pretty
do it.
easily.
I'll
Alright.
torch him. I'll do it.
I'm just saying you can do
Gotcha.
either. I'm just letting you know what
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
I'm not
circumstances
tall
are in
enough,
the room.
though, probably.
They're not all of them are like super high. So there are like a couple that are maybe like 8 feet in the air or so. Like
Will the-
all closer to the ceiling.
Will
but
the threads catch? Like, if one of the silks get caught, will it, like, kind of travel or no?
Hasn't been doing that in the past.
Yeah.
for the thinner material,
Mhm.
yes, but these are all like
That's sick.
concentrations. Of,
Alright, so Shackleton says, Lexi, stand outside. And you know what? For the next few minutes, keep that map in your pocket.
Yep.
Alright. Goop, you're burning one with a torch.
Okay,
Corona,
right.
you're burning one with a torch.
Shoot
Shimya,
boobies.
you and me, we're gonna fire directly into the stomach of one. That'll take out 4.
Okay.
First wave, we're taking out 4. Right? And Anika's with us too, right?
Yeah, Anika and K Rona.
Can Anika be with me?
Anika, I want you to keep an eye on Goop.
Thank you.
Keep Corona in the corner of your eye.
Moves over.
Thanks, Anika.
On my now.
Okay.
Now!
I hold a
Is this a
shield
group
up.
shoot?
Group action!
Yeah.
We're not shooting, we're holding torches underneath.
It's a group burning?
Oh, God!
Crazy.
Oh,
Can I
dude!
do anchor or something?
Not in this.
Well, yeah,
particular
what would you want us to
situation.
do for this?
Uh,
Just prowess?
Because I could lead us in it. Because it is, I don't know, it seems like a group action even though we're not doing the same thing. It's still coordinated. Like
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
been giving a job.
I would say you can pick the action, but I would say Marshall would be your because Marshall uses the action to coordinate everyone to do things.
Okay.
Group
Yeah.
skirmish though.
You can, but the effect will be limited because you're not really like skirmishing. Like you can, but the effect it'll like you're not like swinging.
What
It's
action do you think is the most?
Probably Marshall in this.
Oh, because
circumstance.
he's giving us.
yeah giving you the order to all do it at the same
Gotcha.
time and like
Then I'm rolling with disadvantage.
You could roll discipline, maybe, right?
you could also do
I
discipline.
know discipline is
But
higher.
that's a chance to make like those who are not like loving your commands be like, hey man, stop that.
Like Goop.
Gotcha. So and I'm also rolling with 1 less dice because of my level 2 harm. So I'm gonna go with discipline. I'm rolling with 1 dice, but I'd like to lead from the front,
Sure.
which is so I'll improve the scale up. Or no, I can basically. So if this was combat, I could make us scale up.
It's still like you might be
okay.
able to get the effect of burning an additional like cocoon, like something extra. Basically, you're equal in scale right now, but you can increase your scale above the number of cocoons.
Gotcha.
You know what
So
I
I'm
mean?
gonna increase our scale.
make it work.
I've got potency because I'm harmed.
Sure,
And if we get multiple 6s on this, it counts as a critical.
sure.
So
That's
everybody,
opposite is amazing.
everybody roll.
How many?
Except for me because I'm not.
What's the action that you're using?
Discipline.
Well, everyone would be rolling a discipline. I guess that doesn't make super sense.
Can I roll discipline and they roll like?
No, it has to be the same action.
Everyone's got to be rolling the same thing.
Maneuver could be another
Yeah,
one. we can roll.
maneuver I guess could also work. Yeah, I would take
So
maneuver.
would I have to roll maneuver?
Yes, you would. Yeah. You all have to use
What?
the same action.
So
For
maybe we
progression.
just.
Like
So maybe just you and I do something, and then they do something because they're doing the same thing.
so they're doing skirmish together and we're doing shoot together.
Well, here's the other thing: is that when you do a group action,
Mhm.
you get to account for everyone's dice. Even if
Yeah.
you're rolling at disadvantage, it doesn't really matter because you're not going to take stress from yourself.
Right.
You only take stress for every other person that rolls 3 or less.
But I just don't like if I'm rolling because I'm commanding something, it doesn't make sense for anybody else to roll a commanding attribute because they're just
No,
following you.
I understand that. Yes, you can't discipline
Gotcha.
yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you can.
I
So
mean,
he has to
yeah.
roll whatever.
The
everyone
four
else is
agreements. I
rolling.
told you
Yes.
all to read it.
So is it maneuver that you're
You
looking
can
for?
do maneuver. Yes. you
What's
can do
everybody got the most? stats in,
Maneuver, I
guess?
have something else.
I have something in maneuver.
Okay.
I have one in maneuver.
Okay. I got
maneuver.
You don't have anything in maneuver.
I got disadvantage with maneuver.
Yeah.
But
It's
Alright.
fine.
we might still get multiple sixes.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
yeah.
leading from the front, so everybody roll. I got 2.
I got 6.
1.
So you take 1 stress from Shimia.
Okay.
Did you roll?
I was not.
He's outside
oh,
looking
oh,
at,
outside
so I'm
looking
Yeah,
at.
she's has it like tucked away and is like making sure nothing burns. That's
Sure.
important right now.
So you got the 6. You take 1 stress from Shimia,
Mhm.
and then
Worth it for a 6.
you all light up your respective
Pods.
pods, and you've cleared out a decent portion, probably a little less than half, maybe like 5 or 6 of them.
Okay, seriously?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Was
yeah.
there anything in them? Anything fall out of them?
So as two of the fatter ones, for the skinnier ones, like dry husks of humanoid like falls out and like splashes into the water, but 2 of them are people, and they don't catch fire. It like burns the like silk around them, and they like fall out and like face down like in the water.
Oh, but they're alive.
Yeah, they're alive.
Goop, help him up.
I'm gonna look at them real good to see if they've got any of those bite marks on them that I got.
K-Rona is pointing a gun at them. Like, not for a second.
They don't really.
And Annika's with me.
They seem like 1,000-mile stare. Like they're not really like, even if they like look up at you, but like also around you and like through you. They're not like, they don't seem super scared and skittish, and their pupils are mega dilated.
Great. Do I see any bugs in their bodies?
They're still relatively clothed.
I will remove.
Eyes.
I'm-
They're transforming. They're really transforming.
You're welcome to make some sort of roll to attempt to.
I don't know. I got
Yeah.
scout. Scout would make sense, maybe.
Sure, scout, research,
Perception.
perception.
6.
Hey,
Yes.
6.
Muskies.
You like Annika like holds one of them in a full Nelson, and like you're like searching around. There are a couple of like little bite marks on like around the abdomen,
I squeeze.
and nothing moves.
Anything else?
No, you kind of touch a few of them. They don't seem to move in any fashion.
I look at their mouth. Do they have human teeth or big sharp?
You like
Don't-
stick like a blade in there, and they have normal. The one of them's like missing some teeth. But
Okay.
that may be like them, not like
Okay.
missing like some molars or something.
What do you think, Goop?
They have been in the darkness for a really, really long time. But I don't see anything. But I haven't checked.
Are you just? And like you can see like the pupils start to like dilate a little less, and like the vision kind of returns. What are you doing here?
We're with the Legion. We came to get you.
What?
We're with the Legion. We came to get you.
What
You've
did
been
you
through-
say?
What's your name?
And you watch as like a bug crawls out of an ear.
Oh my god,
Like
burn
that.
it, burn it.
Burn
I burn him. No. Actually, yeah, I do that. If there's a bug
Yeah.
crawling out of his ear on his neck, I put the torch on his neck
And you
to burn the fucking
you
bug.
hear like this loud like ah, and like screams out and echoes throughout the chamber.
Sorry, Goop doesn't
I'm
like bugs.
so mad. I come back into the chamber.
And the other one's still like kind of tossing in the water a little bit.
Did I get the bug?
You didn't see where it went. You just burned his neck.
I'm gonna murder you.
How many
But
crates are there?
he's passed out at this point.
How many
Okay.
crates are there?
That's fine.
There's about 4. I would say 3 or 4.
There's 3 or 4.
Yeah, there's 4. There's 4 there.
We
Both
take these crates. Do we complete the mission?
you have to get them out of the tunnels.
All right. So I need Corona, and I need
You'll probably need 2 to each crate.
2 to
How many?
each
There are
crate.
4 crates.
Yeah.
And there are how many of us?
And
7?
you open them up and like you
There's 6.
throw like fire over them and you can see like shiny rock material and like what looks like
there's
rough
not
like maybe like quartz stone or like shiny stone like that colors the box as light passes through it.
This is a mine. Is there tracking for mine carts?
Yeah, there is. And
Is there
you
mine
saw a couple overturned ones on your way down here. You didn't see like any still connected to. I mean, there's some that are like undamaged further back, but
We have to at least get them to there.
yeah.
Okay.
All
But
right.
and there are 4 of us.
Corona, Goop, take a crate. Corona, Goop. Take a crate. Lexi, you go in front. Shimmy and I, we have back. We're getting 1 crate out of here.
Okay.
All right. Do we? Sorry. Yes, of course, officer.
There are 4 crates and we're taking 1.
We're taking 1. We're coming back for the others, but we're just getting them out 1 by 1. We don't have time to move them all at once. Let's go, 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 go.
All right. Who? What would be like the marching order as you're leaving this space?
So
We've
it
got
would be
how many
Lexi
people
in
with us?
Got
front,
6 people with us.
and it's going to be Corona and Goop with
Because
the
Cuts
crates.
is out
Mhm.
front.
And
we
then
could take 2.
I'm next to Lexi with my gun, and Shimya is behind 2 people holding a crate.
What about these 2 people that we just set free? Can they get a crate?
So as you start, so the one still passed out, like basically face down in the water.
Mhm.
The other one, you hear as you all start to leave, you hear this, and you feel something lurch on your back, Shimya. That guy like has you in like a bear hole.
Okay.
And then I knock him out.
Please don't leave! Don't leave me in here! Don't come back!
Why'd you attack me like that?
I just don't want you to leave.
All right, so I'm going to point my pistol at the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You need to act very normally.
He's one of them.
You need to act very normally to get out of this. You will not attack any more of my soldiers. Are we clear? Not if we're clear.
Please, did they get you like the others?
I need you to nod right now if we're clear. I shoot him.
He, as you like end that sort of sentence, he like turns and runs away from you. If you
Alright.
still want to shoot, you're still welcome to if you want to, but he's running away from you at this
I'm
point.
going to shoot him.
Okay,
He's a
make
wild
shoot.
card. We don't need wild cards right now.
3.
3 heard. So you fire off into sort of the darkness like a loose shot. Maybe there's a part of you that just a scared guy. You know what I mean? You're not an incompetent shot, but the situation is not super favorable for you mentally. But you feel like a skittering, like in your, you feel like tickling along your shoulder blade, and you get like a sting, and you get a like. That's it. You just feel a sting at this immediate second.
Sting at this immediate second.
Yeah.
I need lights on me. I've been stung. I
Alright.
take off everything.
I-
Take off
I-
everything in real life.
Goop
Yeah.
knife. Goop knife.
Goop knife.
Good knife.
Looking.
Some sort of roll.
All right. Can it be a maneuver? I'm trying to maneuver, figure out where this thing is and slice it out.
Yeah.
Can I help? I'll help.
Cool. Hold
I'll
on.
take a stress.
How do you help?
I will like
Undress the captain.
he can help himself too. He's like
Sure.
I hold
Alright.
him. I like know what it looks like, something like that.
6.
6. So you lift up the shirt.
Is this desperate or what is this? Risky?
It's risky and
Cool.
standard. Yeah. You pull up the shirt and you look around and you see the 1, 2, 3, And then like you see your arm, and you have one too.
Oh my god.
You have multiple bites on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just.
But you find one, and they're all stationary right now.
Mhm.
But it's, like if you go to like cut one, the second you like put blade in the skin, it like starts to move. And you catch that one and like pop it out and like tries to like crawl like last time tries to crawl down the blade and like onto you and you skitter it off. And then the other two like almost immediately react to that and start to move like in different spaces in the body.
Oh my gosh.
So I need you to mark a level 1 harm.
Okay.
This is one that can be cured if you can get all the bugs out, but it's gonna get hard at this point. You're gonna write a level 1 harm called Hive Mind.
Oh god.
And like you turn around and you see like Lexi and Goop have become like these monstrous humanoid like reptilian creatures.
What?
that, like
Oh,
they
not
seem
in his
like
mind. In his mind. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, wait,
And
what
you-
happened to me?
they're like, and you have this immediate fear of these like this immense paranoia coming about you. You're also gonna take a stress.
That's fair.
Thank God you succeeded.
Yeah, what did I get? What would happen if I
who's-
failed that?
Yeah.
Who's a humanoid right now? Who's a
So both you can see Shimia and Anika and
Okay, Ron.
Kayrona, they all look normal. It's just these two that were immediately next to you, they look like some sort of weird reptilian humanoid beast creature.
So I saw one on my arm too.
Yes.
Before I'm gonna say, there's one on me too. We need to get out of here. We need more light. We need to get out of here.
Can I hear any
You just hear,
English?
it looks like they are like aggressively like hissing and barking and biting
So
at
I
you.
can't hear his words.
No, you cannot hear his words.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Oh my gosh.
You still just at this exact. It's because of the 6 that at this exact second you're trying to push whatever this you don't.
It's
right now you're like, hold on.
Okay.
It's like when you
wait
realize you're
a
in a
second.
dream.
Yeah.
It's like when you realize you're in a dream.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
You're like,
you have,
wait,
like-
I'm in a dream.
You're in like this lucid state right now. You're like,
Alright.
wait a minute.
It's like when
So-
the man starts looking like a hamburger in the
It's
cartoon.
sorta-
It doesn't make sense that she just
And
turned into
so-
a.
Yeah, I know
So-
Goop and Lexi were right
It's
by me.
Goop and Lexi.
Yeah.
Everybody else. I say, okay. Shimmy, you're giving the orders of not fit for service.
Alright, heard. We need to get out of here.
All right.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Alright.
have the one
Alright.
crate. We still have
Yeah.
the one crate. Let's go.
Let's keep going.
What are you doing with Shackleton?
He's following
You
us.
can fight it for now, but you may become a liability here very shortly.
I'm gonna knock him out.
Okay. You can-
Good.
if you let him do this, there's no roll needed. You're just before that point where like you're gonna start, and Shimmy still looks like a person,
Yeah.
but like when you wake up, Shimmy will probably look like a thing.
Okay.
If
I'm-
you wake
Gotcha.
up.
I'll say to you first, sir, you're not fit for this. I don't know what's gonna happen now, but I need you to sleep.
Put him to sleep.
Okay?
Okay. Knocked out.
I'm gonna carry him.
Yeah, fireman style.
And we got one crate.
One crate. Can we carry any others?
Let's see.
2-person a crate.
2-person a
Yeah.
crate. We've got.
enough people.
We had
to
6
carry
people.
Now that the
Now we're down to 5 people.
Yeah.
But
2
here,
people on a crate. 1 person with a person. We can do one more
Let's
crate.
do one more crate and ditch it if it gets
we
too difficult.
maybe we don't have to get them all the way out and come all the way back. We can get them too. It's the first thing we see that can carry multiple.
Exactly.
Then we can do this kind of mood. This kind
Yes.
of what I'd say. I would say conveyor belt, but that
Soon
doesn't
we're all gonna be
exist.
covered in those
Head out.
things. We
Yep.
Go.
Go.
All right, so you're starting to press down through the caverns, and that's where we'll pick up next
Oh
time.
my
Oh!
See you all next time. We are taking a break for the next 2 weeks because Nick here will be in California. So if we become any form of popular between then and now, please say hello to him and we become nationally successful. But other than that, enjoy your trip out, Nick. We'll miss you. And we will see you all next time.
Bye. This is the end of the thing.
Okay, goodbye.
Don't get scared of beetle bugs crawling in your arms.
Frickin' the
Mummy.
all over again.
Gosh, this is like
I'm literally.
That was my
Hey everyone, Jeremy here. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. If you had fun like we did, please let us know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Also, tap the notification bell so you can be kept up to date on all the new videos as soon as they come out. If you want to support us, you can head over to our Patreon page, where you can see our current goals for the shows we produce. Every dollar helps us produce better content more often. Have a great day, and remember, you too can forge your own path. See you next time.